My nuts are about to fall off because it's snowing.
We are here today to remove the engine and the subframe and the gearbox from the RX-8. We've got 5.5 hours to do all of it and get the car back in. And to top it all off, it's about -2 out, it is icy and it is slippy. We've been outside for like 5 minutes, it's too cold. Gearbox subframe out.
Easy as that.
Easy.
I'm thinking if we just chop like here and here and just drag the whole thing out, what do you think?
Yeah, I think worst case we're going to do that. Let's start off by just taking all of this stuff out. So to give you guys an update, it's 11 o'clock right now. We've only been working for 5 minutes or so. Strut bar's off, other pieces are off. Our air filter has a nice bit of oil in it, which is obviously what you want to see. We are 45 minutes in. Engine bay is looking more and more empty. The radiator is almost ready to come out. Harvey's just got the ABS pump off. He is also leaving me to go find a toilet, because obviously there's... What's he run over? Yeah, there's a can of paint.
Oh, excellent. That's the noise of soggy.
It's going good.
I am that one.
Radiator assembly is out. Harvey is under there. He's just undone the two gearbox to kind of that big metal shaft down the middle bolt.
There's 4.
Okay, there's 4 bolts. You've done 2?
I've done 4.
Oh, you've done 4? Okay. I'm just going to try and get the washer bottle off just to try and give us some more access to everything. And then it's going to be a case of unbolting the exhaust and then the subframe. Obviously we need to keep the jack underneath the subframe, get the engine crane out my car and then support the engine from the top as well, and then slowly just lower the whole lot down, pull it all out in one go. If anyone is watching this and you're trying to use it as your own kind of guide on how to RX-8 swap your MX-5, basically this step is just remove the engine from the RX-8. It's pretty logical. Obviously just disconnect all the wiring, label everything like we've done in previous videos, disconnect like the radiator, get all of that out the way. Basically just trying to get the engine as stripped as possible to make getting the engine out as easy as possible. A lot of the clips are brittle, a lot of the connectors have been brittle, so take your time when removing them, because obviously snapped and broken connectors are just going to be annoying and going to add more cost. Engine crane is in place. A little bit sketchy. We're using a ratchet strap basically to kind of support the whole front end of the car. You have to remember it's not going to actually be lifting that much weight, because the engine, the gearbox, the whole front subframe won't be in. All it's going to be doing is basically like pivoting the car backwards where all the weight's still going to be. We're basically just using that so we can get a little bit more height to make it easier to get the engine, subframe, gearbox all out in one go.
I think this is a 10 out of 10. I actually have quite high hopes for this, weirdly enough. Unlike most things that Jamie and I do. And that should lower the engine onto the jack.
Bigger. Oakley dokley.
Oakley dokley. Right. Wibbly wobbly. We should just be slowly drop it down.
Maybe, although I think this brake line's still attached.
Oh no.
To give a bit of a back and forth, you know?
Like me the same on the other side.
Yeah. Move my leg from under there just in case that all the weight is on this one thing, which I don't think it is.
I think I've bent away before.
Big scary moment. But that jack is not actually doing anything. Okay, so we're caught on something. We must be. I think that actually might now be the steering column already. Yeah, it's this line here that we're currently stuck on. Methinks. So we've just unbolted the oil coolers because we've realised we haven't actually drained the car yet, so hopefully that will save a little bit of mess. I also hadn't disconnected one of the coolant lines going into the heater matrix, so I think that's almost ready to be lowered now again, and then see what we're missing. Oh. Okay, so I quickly undid the, should have been 6, yeah, 6 top mounts, and the entire thing has dropped lower, which is ideal. So we're going to try and lower the jack a little bit more and then see what else we're being held up on. The UJ is, and the steering column is still in place, so we will see how that goes.
I can't see anything, I've got something in my eye.
That's been the theme of today.
It's been hell.
Got something in my eye.
I've got something in my eye. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Oh, Jesus. I'm definitely caught on something here. It's tilted that way now.
Good.
It's definitely that bar.
Definitely the UJ.
Yep.
And the steering column.
Yep.
Nice.
I reckon with a good tap with a hammer and a screwdriver,
Yeah.
like these two, conveniently placed,
Uh-huh.
should be alright.
Oh, something's come loose. There we go.
There she goes.
Oh. A quick recap of the last couple minutes. We kept trying to get steering column out, didn't want to come out. We said, screw it, we might not even need this column anyway. Started cutting it. It then pinched, obviously, because of the pressure. Blade is bent a bit, so obviously we're not going to continue doing that. So a little bit more hitting of the column later, and it's off, and the engine is kind of out. I think now we need to try and lift the car up so we can see where the exhaust is still connected.
This feels so weird.
Would you just look at that? Obviously still got a little bit of wiring connected here and there, but on the whole, I don't think we've done too bad there, you know?
I'm quite impressed with us, Jay.
Yeah, me too. It's just gone 3 o'clock and everything is out. Yeah, I'm genuinely a little bit surprised because normally we say we're going to do something and it doesn't always happen or doesn't exactly go to plan.
Yeah, honestly, this is so not us. I'm so proud of us to be able to get here with our plan that we'd imagined. It's a proud moment for us, I think.
Yeah, and I think also if you're watching this and you're thinking whether or not you could do this, you probably could because we are only 2 idiots, right?
Speak for yourself.
We don't have all the tools with us. We haven't got all the right equipment. We're working out of a garage around the back of some flats. And look, it's all apart. I mean, obviously this is the easy bit, trying to take everything out. And like, basically all we've done so far is break 2 running cars.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
But the engine is out, it's all connected. And I don't think we've really broken anything in that process. We now do have to try and get all of this stuff into the garage and then into 2 hatchbacks.
I think we got this.
So,
wish us luck.
So my idea was to put the wheels back on and then treat the car a bit like a wheelbarrow. Because we've been trying to like move this, but obviously it's icy. So yeah, we thought if we do this, it might actually, well, if we move the jack up from underneath, it might help.
That might help.
So unfortunately, you didn't see us do that, which was loads of fun. So if anyone wants to be our full-time videographer,
The wage is the same as what we get paid. Absolutely fuck all.
Actually, it's going to cost you money because that's what it does for us.
It really does. And backache. A lifetime of backache.
So much pain.
Oh! I've got nothing to grip on. 1 second. Engine.
Yeah, ready? Here we go.
Nice job.
I think she's almost in.
I think so too.
Cool. What's your feet? All good?
Yep. Can you stop there?
The car has gone back in the garage. We've managed to kind of squeeze pretty much everything in. I also quickly unbolted the gearbox. Really easy. Just means we can get that loaded in the car tonight, and then it's one less thing to worry about tomorrow. What we're going to be doing is leaving that bit out overnight in front of the garage. As you can see, there's no room in there for that to go. So we'll leave it there, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning. It is day 2 and it's still freezing my tits off.
Yeah, so still icy. We are back at the garage again. The engine, everything is still here because we left it out overnight because
No space for it. What are we going to do?
yeah, but it's still here, which is good. I am on the job of putting the engine crane back together.
And I'm on the job of taking this ECU out of the car.
Yeah, so same with the MX-5. It's got security bolts, so you can't just unbolt the ECU. You've got to drill out or angle grind out the bolts, because it's weird kind of pyramid head almost bolts that you can't remove. So drill is the only option. So yeah, as you can see, that is still definitely in there. Harvey, remember to bring the drill, but
I brought one drill bit and it snapped pretty much immediately. So
yeah, so that ECU is going to be living there for another week. Engine crane is together, so what I'm going to do is use that to support the engine whilst I unbolt the mount from the subframe, and then we can just swing the engine into the Mini, and then I can take the wheels off of the subframe, and then we can swing the subframe into the 1 Series, and then that's the manifold to kind of midsection is off. Every single one of those 3 bolts was rounded, so I've had to hammer on a where is it? An Imperial 7/16, and then obviously every single time they get stuck in there, and then also this last one just snapped. So if you're removing that, I wish you a lot of luck. Probably using like a 6.12, heating everything up first should help you there, but otherwise be prepared to be angle grinding bolts.
the bolts are undone. The 2. But I need to lower it back down a second to get that back in.
Fine. Yeah, so you've got 2, what were they, 14s?
There were 14s, yes.
2 14s, one on that side and one on that side for the engine mounts.
Mind your fingies. Right, through my side. Through that side.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
do we need that drain?
I'm pretty sure we did. Oh, unless you got to go in my car, Jay.
But I didn't spill any oil.
Oh, great. Let's take the cap off the top. Where is it? Oh, it's hidden in there. Excellent. I can't take the cap off the top.
Yeah, can you stop spinning the engine? It's really unhelpful.
Whose fault's that? With onions. Oh no, with onions, obviously. That's order. Oh yeah, baby.
Absolute essential after going to work on the cars. Okay, we are at
Cold
mine.
again. We are cold again. Oh my god.
Yeah, we were all nice and warm, having some food in. Cars going out is freezing. Engine crane is back together again. That is the last time today we're going to be assembling and disassembling it. Inside this Mini is...
And here's what I made earlier.
Here is our RX-8 rotary and mini tools around it.
Tools and things and stuffs and things and stuffs.
I thought I'd quickly show you our GT86 spoiler that came off the old GT86 I used to have. And what I've done is, as you can see, just quickly 3D printed some brackets for it so we can fit it onto the MX-5. They're about 30mm too tall, so I need to make some new ones. My thought was the Mark 1 MX-5 has this really kind of nice little spoiler on the back. It's not over the top, but it just adds something. So I thought if we've got a free spoiler that we can put on, it's a little bit more modern. I feel like it goes with kind of like the tail light design, so it looks cool.
It is still really cold and I am not a fan of this.
But everything is away. The engine, subframe, there's the subframe. It's all out the cars and unloaded. We're definitely going to leave it here for today.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.